This season's RaboDirect PRO12 Awards were held at Edinburgh's Lyceum Theatre. Each year, the awards recognise the season's outstanding performers in the RaboDirect PRO12 and also presents the Chairman's Award for those who've consistently produced high-class performances over many years in the PRO12.
Tonight we are delighted to be presenting for the first time here in Edinburgh the RaboDirect PRO12 Awards. It's my pleasure to be your host this evening and to guide you through some of the thrills and spills of the last 9 months. Would you please welcome the Chairman of the RaboDirect PRO12, Andy Irvine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very warm welcome to you all. Despite a challenging year for club rugby, we've still managed to see an increase in our spectator attendances, and for the third year we've exceeded the million mark. TV and digital audiences remained very healthy. Next year we will welcome a new broadcaster in Sky Sports. Through your efforts, we create a great spectacle. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Amongst this year's winners were Munster's Rob Penny, chosen as coach of the season by his fellow coaches.
It's a wonderful way to celebrate what is a great competition. You know, you watch the Rabo teams playing through the European Cup, and they're all really competitive. You know, people laud the other competitions up here in Europe, but the Rabo is a very tough, well-coached competition.
Glasgow Warriors' Johnny Gray was selected as Young Player of the Year by a panel of experts.
It's a huge honour, and when you look at the guys, you could get named for that. It's a massive privilege, and yeah, I'm just very lucky. I've got to thank a lot to the coaches for that, and the players and the squad. They've made me feel very welcome over the time I've been at Glasgow, and to Al Kellick as well, who's been a fantastic mentor for me, so all a lot to them.
There were many contenders for try of the season, but there could only be one winner.
It was a public vote, and the public voted for Tommy Seymour.
Oh, Matawalu straight through, looks around, puts the cross kick in, it's meant for Tommy Seymour, this could be danger. Tommy Seymour thinks he's got the touchdown.
Nico, as he often does, found a gap in the defence and picked and went through and put in a great kick. My job literally came to run after the ball as quick as I can and try and get a hand on it, so I was lucky enough to get in just before it went dead. Not a mass to do on my part, but very happy to get it.
Following the tightest vote in years, the Ospreys' Dan Bigger won Players' Player.
If you ask any professional sportsman, it always means, you know, everything means a little bit more coming from your fellow players and people you play against week in, week out. So yeah, you know, massive thanks to everyone who voted. But it's, like I said, it does mean an awful lot more coming from players rather than anyone else.
Finally, the most prestigious prize of the night, the Chairman's Award, was handed to two Leinster legends.
This year, I'd like to make a joint award and recognise two players, both retiring at the end of this season, and both who've made a massive contribution to our competition over many years. The first one, unsurprisingly, is Brian O'Driscoll. Brian is widely recognised as one of rugby union's all-time greats, but Brian is receiving this award for his contribution to the Pro-12 competition. He played his first match in the old Celtic League in August 2001. Since then, he's won 3 Heineken Cups and he's won 3 Pro-12 championships. The joint winner of the 2014 Chairman's Award goes to one of Brian's close colleagues, Leo Cullen. Leo might not match Brian's legendary status, but he epitomises all that is good in our game. A dedicated clubman, hard as nails, uncompromising. He's been an outstanding servant to his club Leinster, and he's been a tremendous role model to young and aspiring players.
Two worthy recipients of the Chairman's Award, Leo Cullen and Brian O'Driscoll.
Sorry I can't be with you tonight. We've got a big semi-final next week to prepare for, and some of us old-timers need a little bit more looking after these days. Thank you so much for this award, to share it with a teammate like Leo Cullen, who's been there for the long haul with me. Makes it all the more special, so have a great evening.
The RaboDirect PRO12 Awards celebrates the end of the league season by naming its dream team before the start of the knockout stages, where Ulster, Munster, Glasgow and Leinster will compete to be crowned RaboDirect PRO12 winners 2014 on the 31st of May.